Hello everyone, this is Manideep. Welcome back to day 2 of our Python learning journey with manasoftwarepatashala. Yesterday we laid the foundation with Python basics, understanding what Python is, how it works and why it is so popular. Today we are going one step further. We will be diving into some essential Python building blocks that every programmer must know. Today, we will explore some key Python concepts to help you write better code. You will learn how to store data using variables and follow simple naming rules to keep your code clean. We will look at different data types like numbers, text, and boolean values. Using the input function, you can make your programs interactive by accepting user input. We will also cover typecasting, which helps converting one data type to another data type when needed. Lastly, we will see how string formatting can make your output look neat and clean. Let's get started. First one is variables and naming conventions. Before going to variables, let's talk about naming conventions. In Python, variable names should start with either letter or underscore and can include letters, numbers and underscore as well. No problem. However, they cannot start with number and it shouldn't contain spaces and special characters as well. Python is a case sensitive, so name with a capital N and small n both are different. To keep your code clean and easy to understand, use a meaningful names. That is user underscore name. This is one of the example. Instead of a short words like a X or a Y, use lowercase letters with underscores and also avoid using Python inbuilt keywords like if, for or print. Let's look into the variables with an example. Within this code, we are creating three variables to store different types of information while making use of naming conventions. The variable name, it holds the text money, which is a string. The variable underscore age stores the number 25, an integer, and underscore at the beginning is allowed in the Python. The user underscore score variable holds the number 99.5, which is a float. All these three variables use clear and simple names following Python naming conventions. Make the code easy to read and understand. Next, let's talk about data types with some examples. In Python, data types define the kind of values a variable can hold. Imagine you are creating a user profile in Python. Each piece of information needs to be stored properly so the computer can understand it clearly. You start by storing the name, that is user underscore name is equal to David. This is a string, perfect for text like names. Next, age, that is user underscore age is equal to 28. This is an integer, great for a whole numbers like someone's age. Then maybe you want to record their body temperature. So temperature is equal to 36.6, a float which handles numbers with decimal points. And finally, to check if the user is active or not. For that, is active is equal to true. It's a boolean type used for yes or no or true or false situations. Next, let's talk about input function with an example. The input function in Python is used to take an input from the user during the execution of the program. It passes the program, displays a prompt, and waits for the user to type something. Once the user types and press enter, the input is returned as a string. And here in this case, the value will be returned and stored in the name value. And that we are trying to print it. Let's try to run it and verify the output. Let me click on run and click on start debugging. Once I click on that, it runs the demo.py file and it displays a prompt, what is your name? Let me give an input, that is money. After that, it returns the response, nice to meet you, money. That's about the input function. Next, let's look into typecasting with an example. In Python, the input function always returns the user input as a string, even if the user types numbers. If you want to perform a calculations, you need to convert the string to the appropriate data types. In this example, we use int method to convert the string to the integer. This allows us to perform arithmetic operations like adding 1 to the age. Without converting the input, trying to do some math, it causes an error. So typecasting helps us to ensure the data in the right format for the calculations. Let me try to run this and check the output. Let me enter the input. So this is the output that next year you will be 26 years old. That is about the typecasting. Next, let's talk about basic string formatting with an example. F-strings in Python allows you to embed the variables directly in the strings. In this example, insert the values of name and age into the string, producing an output like my name is Mani and I am 25 years old. It's a quick and easy way to format the strings. Let's try to run it and check the output. So this is the output that it is printing. My name is Mani and I am 25 years old. This is about string formatting. Next, in order to make this session interactive, I have a question for you. If you had to store your mood in a Python variable, what would the variable name be? And what value would you give it? Please drop your answers in the comment section. Please like, share and subscribe Manasoftware Patashala and let me know your comments in the comment section.